chord is where we play more than two notes at the same time. Sometimes that comes in clear, simple chords, like a major triad or a minor triad. And sometimes the chords are more complicated. Some sound nice, and some not so much. Some we recognise very clearly. Today we're going to look at chords that you can use for major and minor blues. For submission, you can either send me an audio recording of you playing a 12-bar blues, right-hand chords, both major and minor, or write out the chords by hand using the image as a guide. We're going to be in C today, and we're going to start with a triad. Now if I just show you what I'm doing here, I'm playing my root note, skipping a white note and playing our third, skipping a white note and playing our fifth. We're going to do the same for our two other chords as well, F and G. So here's F, and here's G. I'm just going to play a 12-bar blues, and I'm going to hold these chords. I just moved from one chord to the other there, holding it down. But I want to introduce you to another note to just give it that bluesy edge. Let's think about our basic triad. Before we played it with our first, third and fifth. But now I'm going to ask you to play it with your first, your second and your third. Okay? 1, 2 and 3. Same notes. This time I want you to introduce a black note, which is this black note here. Okay, this is a B flat. You can find the B flat by finding your B on your piano and just playing one note lower. Okay, here's our B natural. Our B flat is just there. So I'm playing my C, E, G, and B flat. If you're trying to work it out where it is in the chord, we're starting at G and we're going 1, 2, 3 semitones or 3 half steps up to get that final note in the chord. So C, E, G, 1, 2, 3, and B flat. Let's try that with our C. My next chord now is F, we know. We follow the same rules. We go 1, 2, 3 semitones up and play this note, which is an E flat. It's the black note behind the E. Now we move back to C. Finally, we have a G. So let's play our original G triad. Count 3 semitones up. 1, 2, 3. F again. Back to C. And G. Now let's think about the minor equivalent of those 3 chords. This time, if I go back to my first chord, which was C, E, G, and B flat, this time I'm going to play C, E flat, and G. I have moved 1 semitone backwards for my E. C, E, G, major, C, E flat, G, minor. Then we just bring in our B flat back again. So here's our C minor chord that we are going to play for our blues. my next chord is going to be an F chord again. Here was our major. But we're going to make the same change. We're going to change our third note. We're going to put it back one semitone. We're going to play an A flat instead. So here are those two chords again. We have a C minor style chord for the blues. And we have an F minor style blues. And the good news is that our last chord doesn't change. We play the same notes as we do for the major. So those three chords again, we have Let's see what that sounds like with our minor blues scale. Audio record yourselves playing the 12-bar blues right-hand chords in both major and minor and send it back to me. If you can't do that, please write out the chords and take a picture of you voicing the chords on the piano. Use the visual guide to help you.